Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making the absolute best glazed chicken. It is AIP friendly, it is paleo friendly, but it is also just absolutely freaking delicious for any human being on this earth. So let's get started. First things first, we need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Okay, our oven is on 350 and now we are gonna go ahead and get our chicken prepped. All right, so if you want a super juicy and tender chicken, you actually want to get the fat and the seasonings and some salt underneath the skin. And how you pull the chicken skin up is you just start at the breast and just kind of run your fingers alongside. And then once you can, you just keep moving farther and farther along. And then through this one side, you should be able to reach the entirety of the chicken. So I'm all the way down at the thigh, moving down to the drum. All right, so now our skin is lifted. It is ready to take in some fat and some flavor, and we haven't torn it, which is great. So what I have here is just about a spoonful of garlic. I mean, this is just a regular spoon. I didn't measure it too crazily. And then I have some salt here, and I'm going to load this up. You want a lot more salt than you would think, because this is what's really going to be going deep into the chicken. All right, so I've got a little mixture, and then I'm just going to add a little splash of olive oil, rub this together. And now we are going to get this mixture all underneath the skin. And you should absolutely be doing this anytime you're making any sort of poultry. If you are not getting fat and salt and seasoning underneath the skin, it is not going to be as delicious. Make sure you don't get garlic on the outside of the chicken or it will burn. So now with the rest of this olive oil, we're just going to lay it over top, get a nice even coat. And then we're going to rub the rest of the salt on the exterior. All right, this guy is ready to go in the cast iron. Okay, we have our pan pretty gosh darn hot here. For us, it's out of 5, but our stovetop runs pretty hot. You should not be able to comfortably hold your hand about 5 to 6 inches above the heat source. So we're going to drop just a little more olive oil in here. All right, just enough to coat. Okay, and now we are going to go ahead and get our chicken in, and we are going to get a nice, beautiful brown sear on the outside. Oh yeah. That is exactly the sound you're looking for when the chicken hits the pan. So we're gonna let this brown on this side probably anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, just as long as it takes you to get a nice, even, dark sear. All right, we're about to whip together our glaze. I'm sorry if you can hear this chicken sizzling away. It is super loud, but this is so easy. It's just 3 ingredients: coconut aminos, honey, and a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar. That is all you need. All right, so we have, this is probably about 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. I honestly never really measure this, but let's say 2 tablespoons. And then this is about 1 tablespoon of honey. Okay, and then we have just the tiniest little sploosh of apple cider vinegar. This stuff is strong. And then we just stir this together. And you just want to make sure that the honey is nice and incorporated. It can really get chunky. If you don't see it pulling when you bring up the fork, you are good to go. There we go. So our glaze is all ready. Let's go have a peek at the chicken and see if that's looking nice and browned yet. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. That is exactly the type of crispy brown sear we are looking for. We are first going to salt the cavity because we haven't done that yet. Okay, and now we're going to glaze the cavity first and then flip and glaze the crispy exterior. All right, and I just have this little silicone brush, but you can use whatever you want. Okay, now we're going to give this a flip. Woo! Oh man, that looks good. Alright, and now we're going to get the rest of this glaze all over this gorgeous crispy skin. Okay, so now what I do at this point is I let this hang out for about 5 minutes so that the glaze can start to thicken. And it will adhere better to the skin. And also, I like to do this too because it keeps some heat on the breast here, the thickest part, which takes a lot longer to cook in the oven than the drum or the wing, which are on the exterior. So adding some heat and leaving the breast, the bottom of the breast on the heat like this for a couple minutes, just 5 minutes before putting it in the oven, that's going to keep the heat higher at the bottom. See, look how thick and sticky that's getting. Yes. That's what you're looking for, is for it to really start to stick to the skin on its own. And don't be scared if it looks like you're getting some dark chunks. It is all flavor. I think this is looking pretty good. I would say we are ready to pop this in the oven. And we are going to do 15 minutes up front. And we're going to pull this out. And we're going to save all of this glaze. This is going to continue to thicken and cook down in the pan. So after 15 minutes, everything that's in here, we're going to reapply to the chicken. And then let it finish cooking through the rest of the way. In the oven. And now 15-minute break to do whatever you want. Alright, it is time for a 15-minute checkup. So we're going to pull this guy out of the oven. Oh yeah! Look how thick this has gotten. Okay, that looks absolutely amazing. I think we are good here. So we're just gonna pop this right back in the oven to finish the cooking process. Now, how long you're gonna cook this for depends on a couple things. Generally, the cook time for chicken in the oven is about 20 minutes per pound. My chicken has already cooked for about 10 minutes on the stovetop, about 15 minutes in the oven. So I'm going to put it back on for another 20 minutes and then check the temperature. So let's see how it goes after 20. Minutes to do whatever you want. Oh my god, I want to eat this so bad. We're gonna let this rest. Let's get it off the heat as fast as possible. Okay, make sure you have a full assist here. And Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna let this rest for 15 minutes. The resting is so, so important. You have to do it. Please don't skip it. Okay, you guys, our chicken is done. It has been cooked. It has been rested. It has been broken down. It is beautiful. It is 10 p.m. I'm starving to death. I have some instant mashed potatoes right here that need to be eaten right now. I'm going to go, and I will see you next time. Bye.